Welcome. Today we are exploring Langflow, one of the most popular visual builders for AI applications in 2026. If you have ever wanted to build a chatbot, a question-answering system, or an AI agent, but writing hundreds of lines of code felt slow and intimidating, Langflow was made for you. In the next few minutes we will cover what it is, how it works, the building blocks it gives you, and when it makes sense to reach for it. So what exactly is Langflow? In plain terms, it is a drag-and-drop canvas for building AI workflows. Instead of typing code, you place boxes on a screen and connect them with lines. Each box does one job, like calling a language model, fetching documents, or storing memory. The lines carry data from one box to the next. It is open source and built on top of LangChain, a well-known Python library for AI apps. So you get a visual interface, but real production-grade plumbing underneath. Why does a visual tool matter? Building an AI feature usually means wiring together many moving parts. You have prompts, the model itself, a database of your documents, tools the AI can call, and logic for memory. Doing all of that in raw code means a lot of boilerplate and a lot of small mistakes. Langflow lets you see the whole pipeline at a glance. You can move a box, swap a model, or change a prompt, and instantly understand how data flows. That visibility is the real superpower. Let us talk about the building blocks, which Langflow calls components. A component is a single reusable box on the canvas. Common ones include an input box where the user types a question, a model box that connects to OpenAI, Anthropic, or a local model, a prompt box that shapes the instructions, and an output box that returns the answer. There are also components for memory, for splitting text into chunks, and for talking to outside services. You snap them together like building blocks. Now how do you actually connect them? Every component has little dots on its edges called ports. An output port on one box connects to an input port on the next. For example, the input box sends the user question into a prompt box. The prompt box passes formatted text into the model box. The model box sends its answer to the output box. You literally draw the line from one dot to another, and Langflow handles passing the data correctly between them. A very common pattern people build in Langflow is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. The idea is simple. Before the model answers, you first fetch the most relevant pieces of your own documents and hand them to the model as context. In Langflow this becomes a clear chain of boxes. You load your files, split them into chunks, turn each chunk into a vector embedding, store those in a vector database, and at question time you search for the closest matches and feed them to the model. Let us walk through that RAG flow visually. On the left you have a document loader pulling in PDFs or text. That feeds a text splitter, which feeds an embeddings component. The embeddings go into a vector store like Chroma or Astra. On the chat side, a user question gets embedded, the vector store returns matching chunks, and a prompt box combines the question with those chunks. Finally the model box reads everything and produces a grounded, accurate answer. All of this is just connected boxes. Beyond simple chat and RAG, Langflow also supports agents. An agent is an AI that can decide which tools to use to finish a task. In Langflow you drop in an agent component, attach tools to it, such as web search, a calculator, or a database query, and the agent figures out when to call each one. You can also add memory so it remembers earlier turns in a conversation. This lets you build assistants that take real actions, not just answer questions. One of the most practical features is the built-in playground. As you build a flow, you can chat with it directly inside Langflow to test it. You see each step run, which makes debugging much easier, because you can spot exactly where a prompt or a retrieval went wrong. When you are happy, Langflow can expose your flow as an API endpoint with one click, so your application or website can call it. You can also export the flow as a JSON file to share or version control. When should you actually use Langflow? It shines for fast prototyping, for teams where not everyone codes, and for clearly visualizing a complex pipeline. It is great in workshops, demos, and early product experiments. When might you skip it? If you need very fine-grained custom logic, heavy automated testing, or tight integration into an existing large code base, plain Python with LangChain or another framework may give you more control. Many teams prototype in Langflow, then graduate the design into code. How does it compare to similar tools? Langflow, Flowise, and N8N are often mentioned together. Flowise is similar and also focused on LangChain style flows. N8N is broader, aimed at general automation across many apps, with AI as one feature. Diffie leans toward a full hosted application platform. Langflow sits in a sweet spot, deeply AI focused, open source, Python native, and friendly for both beginners and engineers who want to peek under the hood. Let us recap. Langflow is a visual, drag-and-drop builder for AI applications, built on LangChain. You assemble components like inputs, prompts, models, and vector stores by connecting their ports. It makes patterns like RAG and agents easy to see and test, with a playground and one-click APIs. Reach for it to prototype fast and to make pipelines visible, and move to code when you need deep control. If this helped, follow for more clear, practical breakdowns of the Gen AI stack.